With me at the moment, I have Peter Alexander, who is the branch chairman of CAMRA for this area. Hello, Peter.
Hello.
Tell us a bit about what you do. You're the branch chairman. What's your duties involved in this?
Well, the festival itself is in its 34th iteration. We support the Mayor of Oldham's appeal. We do this as a service to the Mayor's charity appeal. It involves organising the beer, getting the beer into the hall, setting up the bars, staffing the bars, and of course looking after our customers to make sure we sell all our lovely real ales.
I see, and it's the fact that you certainly sound an exiled Scot, much the same as myself. Yes.
Yes.
Is that anything to do with it?
No, it's not. No, I've been in this area. I live in Middleton, and I've been here for nearly 30 years, and before that 10 years in Liverpool. So I'm still Scottish, but I've been in England a long time, and I know how it all works.
Indeed. CAMRA. Explain first of all, what does CAMRA stand for, and what's
CAMRA
the idea?
stands for Campaign for Real Ale, and it was founded in 1971 when some 4 guys decided that the beer they were drinking was not what it should be, and the traditional beer, which is matured in the cask, was no longer there. It was being served through carbon dioxide, and the beer was being weakened and watered, and they thought we were going to do something about this, and they formed a little organisation which has grown to the huge organisation it is today with over 100,000 members.
Now, what is the difference between sort of real ale and what you would get normally behind the bar? Not this bar, but I'm talking about a normal bar.
Well, real ale is matured in the cask. It's naturally conditioned. The yeast is live, and it brings a gentle carbon dioxide to the beer, which is natural, rather than force carbonating it to a fizzy level, which is nothing wrong with that. But we believe in CAMRA that there should be choice, and that choice should include real live beer.
And that's fizzy as well, but not as fizzy?
Not as fizzy. It's more soft in the mouth, it's easier to drink, allows the flavours to come through a lot better than forced carbonated beer, which tends to muffle the flavours a little bit.
And from what I gather, you can add different flavours, because I have noticed from some of the paperwork that I've seen some really weird and wonderful flavours.
Yeah, there's 2 ways of doing it. Hops give beer flavour, and hops can produce flavours of blackcurrant, of citrus, all sorts of flavours. And of course you can add things to beer as well to make it more interesting. In fact, we've got a red hot chili beer there, which is challenging, shall we say. So you can do a lot with beer. You know, it's not just a straightforward, bland product to satisfy thirst. It can be quite complex.
And what will your duties be today?
Today, I'm actually helping on the International Beer Bar, where we sell beers from abroad. And in addition to that, I'm the health and safety officer here, so I'll be making sure everything is done safely and correctly in accordance with our CAMRA national guidelines. And as chairman, of course, I keep an overall purview of what's going on, just to make sure everything is as it should be. But the festival organiser is the man who does it day to day.
Obviously, last year there was several issues with beers running out towards the end of the second day. Have we had any problems with that this year, or?
Well, unfortunately, the name of the game is to sell beer, and that's why we say that we will hope to open to a certain time, subject to the availability of beer. It's a live product, it goes off, we can't keep it, we must sell it, and if people are here want to drink it, we sell it to them. So hopefully we'll have enough to keep people happy all day, and we're pretty sure we will. There'll be plenty of choice. There's over 40 cask beers at the moment, plus we've got our ciders, our perries, and we have international beers from Germany, from Belgium, so we think there's enough to keep people going.
And will there be anything that you'll be sampling today yourself?
Later, yeah. At the moment I've got a coffee, but I think later I'll maybe try a couple of German beers. I do like German beers.
Yes, you said it was it's a live product. Does that mean that by the very nature of the word live, does it go dead after the end of the day, or how does that work?
Well, as a live product, what it means is naturally conditions. The CO2 in the cask is created by the yeast. As the yeast fades, the CO2 fades. So it has to be consumed really within 3 days to make it at its best. The beer will still taste like beer, but it won't be as good. And of course, our beer festival is only 2 days, so we aim to have the beer perfect conditions so that the 2 days we sell that beer, people will enjoy it and it will be at its best.
And just out of curiosity, let's assume that you don't sell as much, or you don't sell, and you have left over, for want of a better word. What do you do with that? Does that go back to a bar somewhere? Or
no, I'm afraid you can't do that because there's a sediment in these beers. The beer, once disturbed, can't be resold. So if in the unlikely event our lovely customers don't drink it all, the staff will have a couple of pints. But if we can't sell it, and it won't happen, I'm sure, it goes down the drain, I'm afraid.
Well, that means that listeners, you have to come to Queen Elizabeth Hall. Make sure that you drink the beer dry.
Absolutely, we don't want to throw beer away. So come down, make sure you come and savour the beer, support the Beer's Appeal, support CAMRA, support Real Ale, and have a jolly good time.
Okay, and I noticed there are three sort of bars. You've got the main bar at the main stage. Which is not all the beers, but
that's for most of the beers.
Most of the beers. You've also got a section for foreign beers.
Yeah, we the term foreign beer is probably a little bit out of date. We probably will start calling it international beers soon, I think. But yes, we've got beers from Germany, from Belgium. These are two of the main big brewing countries in Europe, and we've got a lovely selection of beers from them. And we find that that supplements the beers we sell, the real ales we sell, and gives people a chance to try something different.
Good. And the final section, which I think is the cider and perry section, is that right?
Yes, absolutely. And these are traditional ciders. They're produced usually by small producers on farms. They're not, they're not forced carbonated. They're natural pressed apple juice, 100% apple juice, no concentrates, and an absolutely delicious and healthy drink, provided you maintain a sensible approach to it.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of volunteers around today. An event like this would require quite a lot. Can you just tell us a bit sort of how many there are and what they'll be doing?
Yeah, we probably have something like 50 or 60 volunteers over the festival, but not all at once. People volunteer. It's in the name volunteer for time they can give, which can be a couple of hours or can be a couple of days. They'll do various things. They'll serve beer mainly, which is the key thing, but they look after the front desk to make sure people can come in and sort out who's CAMRA member, who's not. There's the different prices apply. They will do things like help me on health and safety, make sure that everyone's safe. They will tidy up, of course, but serving beer is the main thing because it's a beer festival after all.
And how does someone who perhaps might want to get involved in these events in future as a volunteer, how would they go about that?
Well, the easiest way to do it is to join CAMRA. We have a membership stall here, see our membership secretary, and he will sort you out as a member with opportunities to volunteer and help at festivals and whatever else this branch does.
Now that I can see there are quite a few people have come in, how many actual bar staff do you have?
I think today probably something like 15 behind the bars.
Is that between the three bars?
That's between the three bars, yeah.
But it's not necessarily 5 and 5?
No, the cider bar is smaller, the international foreign beer bar is smaller, so they require specialist knowledge a little bit more. Cider's its own subject in perry, and you need to know what you're talking about, and therefore we have sort of guys who do that. And they like to do that because they know a bit about cider, they love cider. And similar with our foreign beer bar, we have people who have got really a great interest in foreign beers, so that's where they like to volunteer. But people will do any jobs. CAMRA members are very, very willing.
I noticed that we have a big plasma screen at the back of the bar. and it's showing. Is it just showing different? All the different beers that you have. Is that the?
Yes, that's just to give the customers a chance to. There's a little program, but it gives them a chance to actually see what's actually available on the bar. Because obviously, we hope some of the beers will be drunk and some run out, and the plasma screen tells us what's currently available.
Yes, I do notice you have a little. You do have a little leaflet. It's an A4.
Yeah, you need good eyesight for that one.
Yes, I noticed you do need good eyesight for that one. Yes, but you're certainly that big plasma screen. You can certainly see things like cider flavour with elderflower 4%. So you've got the percentages as well.
Yeah, because it's good. We like people to drink beer, the cider, but we don't like people to be unaware of how strong or otherwise they might be. We like to give people information to make an informed choice. Some people like a stronger beer and only have 1 or 2. Some people like a weak beer, so they can have 3 or 4. That's roughly how it works.
I see. So what kind of percentages do the beers have? I mean, what's the sort of? There's one at 8%, but that's a cider.
Yeah, ciders tend to be stronger. It's not a rule of, not a straightforward rule of thumb, but ciders do tend to be stronger, and they tend not to be drunk in pints. They tend to be a smaller measure. You don't
in genteel glasses. Yes.
Yeah, you certainly don't want pints of 8% cider. Not as a rule. No.
I made that mistake last year.
Yeah,
just before I came on for doing an interview here. So.
Yeah, some people do make that mistake, and hopefully they'll live to regret it.
Oh yeah. So yes. So remember, Jack. The idea is not to get drunk.
I'll bear that in mind.
I need to have you still sober by the end of the day.
I can't guarantee that, I'm afraid.
Well, of course, our volunteers will make sure that you're not going too far.
Oh, that's all right. So you do have.
We obey all licensing rules, and we'll make sure that if anyone's intoxicated, they won't get served.